Also, if you can, try to turn your screens on. It's a lot easier for me to kind of lead you guys if your screens are on. That way I don't feel all alone. We're all here. We're all different paces. It's okay. Nobody's judging here. Thank you for turning your screen on. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. All right. So start to make your way to your mat. Let's stand nice and tall. Again, make sure you have your water. Make sure you have a towel. Also, if you want to play any music, I do have Naj's new album playing right now, but you can play whatever vibes you're feeling, okay? Whatever's going to give you that energy, make you feel good. So start to make your way to your mat. We're standing nice and tall. You can bring your hands to prayer. Just bring them to your heart. You start to close your eyes. Just start to breathe here. Maybe take a full inhale through the nose. Fill up your lungs. Drop your jaw and just sigh everything out. Try to make your breath nice and loud here. Again, poke your belly out. Inhale, fill up your lungs. When you exhale, just drop your jaw, sigh everything out. And take one more. Inhale through the nose. Drop your jaw, just sigh everything out. Start to feel the mat beneath your toes. Try to ground yourself down. Feel yourself through the soles of your feet. Nice and strong here. Continuing with that breath, full inhales through the nose, full exhales out through the mouth. So we're going to start to move into sun salutation A. I'm going to take it really slow in this first round, but we'll do about 5 rounds where we'll start to pick up the pace. Okay, so on your next inhale, let's reach our prayer towards the sky. Gaze up at your hands. On your exhale, start to hinge at the waist. We're going to fold forward. Bring your hands to the mat. On your inhale, bring your palms to your shins. We're going to stay low, but look up. Let's lengthen our spine. Draw your shoulder blades towards one another behind you. On your exhale, place your hands down on the mat. Step your feet back. Let's come into a high plank just for a second. Make sure your hands are spread nice and wide. They're underneath your shoulders. And then from here, just start to drop your knees all the way down to the mat. Okay, so you always have this option. You can drop your knees on this sun salutation A. So now just start to bring your chest towards the mat. We're going to hover here. So we're hovering about 1 or 2 inches over the mat. Okay, untuck your toes. Make sure the tops of your feet. And we're going to press into our palms. We're going to lift our chest, lift our chin. Try to get your thighs to hover here as you look up towards the sky. On your exhale, curl your toes, lift your hips towards the sky. Come into a downward facing dog. So a nice inverted V shape. Try to bring your gaze towards your thighs. You can pedal out your heels. You can bend into your knees. So shake your head yes, shake your head no. Make it feel good as we start to wake up our spine. And then just come back to your breath. On your next inhale, let's look at our hands. I want you guys to lift your heels, bend your knees. Make your way into a forward fold. So you either walk your hands towards your feet or walk your feet towards your hands. And it's forward fold. So now take a huge inhale. Bring your hands to your shins. We're going to look up and lengthen, still staying low here. On your exhale, fold forward. Inhale, let's keep both our hands to the sky. We're going to gaze up. On your exhale, bring your prayer to heart center. Samastitihi. So that's round 1. We're going to take it a little bit faster, but we're just going to do the same thing that we just did, okay? So inhale, let's reach our prayer towards the sky, gaze up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, let's look up and lengthen, staying low here. Exhale, place both hands on the mat, step both feet towards the back. We're going to flow through this vinyasa. So come into that high plank, start to bend into your elbows. We're hovering about 2 inches off the mat. On your inhale, lift your chest, lift your chin. Untuck your toes. On your exhale, curl your toes now, lift your hips. Come into a downward facing dog. Try to bring your gaze towards your knees, towards your thighs, even towards your navel. Again, just pedal out your heels. You can walk your feet towards one another or away from one another. Whatever feels good, whatever's serving you this morning. On your next inhale, let's look at our hands, lift our heels, bend our knees, make your way to that forward fold. Continue to ride that inhale. We're going to look up and lengthen. Exhale is fold forward. Inhale, we're going to sweep our prayer towards the sky, gaze up. Exhale, hands will return to prayer, heart center, Psalm CT. So we got 3 more rounds. Again, starting to pick up the pace a little bit more. Okay, use that breath. Inhale, lift your gaze, lift your hands towards the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, we're gonna look up and lengthen. Exhale, place both hands on the mat, step both feet towards the back. Let's flow here. So start to bend into those elbows. Lift your chest, lift your chin for upward facing dog. On your exhale, curl your toes, lift your hips for downward facing dog. By now, you should start to try and find stillness. Try to bring your heels a little bit closer towards the mat. Try to bring your armpits towards your hips. Bring that gaze between your legs, towards your navel. Press into your palms. Find length in your spine. Find length in your hamstring. On your next inhale, let's look at our hands, lift our heels, bend our knees. Again, let's make our way to that forward fold. Continue to ride that breath. Let's look up and lengthen. Exhale, we're gonna fold. Inhale, sweep your prayer towards the sky, gaze up. Exhale, hands will return to prayer, heart center, Samasthiti here. We got 1 more round, guys. Inhale, let's reach up, look up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, we're gonna look up and lengthen, staying low. Exhale, place both hands on the mat, step both feet towards the back, flow through your vinyasa, and into those elbows. Inhale, lift your chest, lift your chin. Exhale, curl your toes, lift your hips for downward facing dog. Again, if this downward dog is not serving you, you can drop your knees and go into a child's pose. Okay, do not force yourself. Find your edge, either stay there or push past it, but just know where you need to be. On your next inhale, let's look at our hands, lift our heels, bend our knees. Let's come into that forward fold. Continue to ride that inhale, look up and lengthen. Exhale, fold again. Inhale, let's bend our knees, sink our seat. We're gonna come into a chair pose. Okay, so your feet can be about hip width distance apart. They can be close to each other. They can be wide, whatever feels good, whatever's serving you. But sink your seat, bend into your knees. Okay, sink your seat, bend into your knees. Make sure your knees are directly over your ankles, so you don't wanna be tipping too far forward. It is okay to sit back, so your toes can come off the ground. And then reach those fingertips nice and high. Good, but keep that seat low, bend in those knees. We got 5 more breaths here. Let's go, push through it. Keep that seat nice and low. Getting into the legs here, getting into the hips. Got 3 more breaths. See if you can sink your seat a little bit lower, deeper bend in that knee. Take 1 more inhale. On your exhale, fold forward. Bring your hands to the mat. Inhale, we're gonna look up and lengthen here. On your exhale, let's flow through our vinyasa. So place those hands down, step those feet back. Start to flow. Inhale for upward facing dog. Exhale for downward facing dog. So once you're in this downward facing dog, this inverted V shape, I want you guys to kick your right heel into the sky. So you're balancing on that left leg and on your 2 hands. 3-legged dog. On your exhale, start to bring your right knee towards your nose. We're gonna step our right foot in between our hands. So we're in like a runner's lunge. Okay, so make sure you ground your back heel. So your left heel, I want you to plant it down on the mat. Keep a deep bend in that front knee, and let's start to reach our fingertips up. Coming into warrior 1. Okay, and just try to square off in the hips. So your hips are gonna start to peel you the opposite direction. Try to bring your right hip back, your left hip forward. And then ground down through that back foot. Turn sideways so you guys can see me. Okay, so we're like that. Okay? On your exhale, I want you guys to cartwheel your hands down, frame that front foot, step it towards the back. Let's flow through that vinyasa. If you guys don't want to flow, you can just step back to a downward facing dog, okay? So inhale for up dog, exhale for downward dog. So this time we gotta do the same thing on the left side. Let's lift our left heel into the sky. On your exhale, bring your knee towards your nose. We're gonna step our left foot in between our hands. Ground your back heel. Keep it deep in that knee. We're gonna reach our hands towards the sky. Okay, so kind of like a lunge here. So bend in that left knee, ground that back heel, and my arms are up. Okay. Again, check in with that alignment. See if you can square your hips off. On your exhale, let's cartwheel our hands down. Frame your front foot. Step it towards the back. And let's wash it away. Inhale for upward facing dog. Exhale for downward facing dog. And again, you can always drop your knees here and go into a child's pose, or you can just stay in this downward facing dog. We're here for 3 to 5 breaths, just to reset our bodies. On your next inhale, look at your hands, lift your heels, Bend your knees, make your way to that forward fold. Okay, continue to ride your breath. We're gonna look up and lengthen, but stay low. On your exhale, fold forward. On your inhale this time, start to bend your knees. We're gonna sink our seat, coming back into that chair pose. And now straighten out those legs on your inhale. Hands will come back to prayer, heart center, Samasthiti. So we're gonna do that one more time, okay? We're gonna go through Sun Salutation B one more time. Got it? So we're in Samasthiti here. On your inhale, I want you guys to bend your knees, sink your seat. Keep your fingertips towards the sky, chair pose. So we're holding this chair for a little bit. See if you can bend your knees a little bit more. See if you sit your butt back a little bit more. Get your shoulders away from your ears. On your exhale, straighten out those legs, fold forward, bring your hands to the mat. Inhale, we're gonna look up, lengthen. Exhale, place both hands on the mat, step both feet towards the back, start to flow through your vinyasa. Or you can just step back to that inverted V shape, that downward facing dog. Inhale for up dog. Exhale for downward facing dog. Right away, let's lift our right heel into the sky. On your exhale, bring your right knee towards your nose. We're gonna step our right foot in between our hands, coming into that runner's lunge. Now ground that back heel, reach your fingertips up. Warrior one, nice and strong here. Good, see if you get a deeper bend in that front knee. Really try and square off in the hips. When you exhale, bring both hands down, frame your front foot, step it towards the back. Let's float it out. Inhale for upward facing dog. Exhale for downward facing dog. This time, lift your left heel into the sky. And exhale, bring your knee towards your nose. Step your left foot in between your hands. Round your back heel. Let's reach our fingertips up. Nice. And on your exhale, bring your hands down, frame your front foot. Step it towards the back. Let's wash it away. Inhale for upward facing dog. Exhale for downward facing dog. Take 5 reset breaths here. On your next inhale, look at your hands, lift your heels, bend your knees, make your way to that forward fold. Continue to stay low. We're going to look up and lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, we're going to bend our knees, sink our seat, chair pose here. And on your inhale, let's straighten out our legs, bring your hands to prayer, heart center, Samasthiti. If you have a towel, if you have some water, go ahead and grab that now. All right, so start to make your way back to your mat after you grab some water. So we use those first 2 sun salutations, Sun Salutation A and Sun Salutation B, just to heat up our bodies. I know I'm sweating, granted I'm outside, but use that to just get into your breath, start to heat up your body, so that now in these next few poses, we can get a little bit deeper, okay? So you guys wanna start at the top of your mat. What we're gonna do, we're gonna step our left foot back to face the wide edge. So whichever direction you wanna face is completely fine, but just step your left foot back and let's face the wide edge of our mat, okay? Once you're there, open your arms up to a T. So we're like a star here, okay? So from here, now start to pivot your left foot towards the left side, okay? Keep your arms at a T. We're gonna reach our left hand. I'll show you guys sideways. Okay, so I'm reaching my left hand out, and then I'm gonna start to tip over and reach my left hand to the inside of my left leg. Okay, my right hand stays high. I wanna open up my right shoulder, and I wanna look up at my right hand. Okay, this is our triangle pose. Really good side stretch here. So listen to your hips as well. When you exhale, look down at your left foot. When you inhale, we're gonna stand tall, bring your arms to a T. So how we began before. Okay, so now use your next exhale. We're gonna pivot our right foot towards the right side of the room. Okay, and my right hand is gonna reach first, and then I'm gonna tip down, reach my right hand to the inside of my right leg. Keep your left hand nice and high, and look up at your left middle finger. Okay, you wanna stack your shoulders here. One long line from palm to palm. Make sure you're breathing. Try to take full inhales and exhales into that belly. On your exhale, look down at your right foot. On your inhale, stand tall. Let's bring our arms to a T. Okay, so we're back in that somewhat of a star position. Okay, so now I'm going to pivot my left foot towards the left side of the room again. But this time I'm going to reach my left hand behind my back. Okay, and then I'm going to reach my right hand up. So I got my left hand behind my back, my right hand is up. I'm going to start to reach my right hand forward and then down to the inside of my left leg. And then that left hand that's behind my back, I'm going to reach that towards the sky. We're going to come into a twisted triangle. So I'm looking up towards my left hand here. And again, while you're in this pose, try to stack your shoulders here. It's okay if you can't reach the ground. On your exhale, look down at your left foot. On your inhale, let's stand tall. Come back to that star pose. So this time, we're going to pivot our right foot towards the right side. Bring your right hand behind your back. Inhale, lift your left hand up. On your exhale, let's reach that left hand. We're going to reach it out, and then we're going to reach it to the inside of our right leg. Now peel your right hand up towards the sky and look up at your right middle finger. Twisted triangle on the opposite side. On your exhale, let's look down at our right foot. On your inhale, let's come back to that star pose. Okay, so this time, we're going to pivot that left foot once again. Keep those arms up if you can. And now we're going to bring a bend to our left knee. So we pivot our left foot towards the left, but now we're bending our left knee. Okay? Now I'm going to take my left forearm. I'm going to bring it to my left thigh. So I'm tipping it over a little bit. I'm going to reach my right arm, or really both hands, towards the left side of the room. It's okay if you need to keep that left forearm on your left thigh, but we want to try and reach both arms towards the left side. Okay, and open up that right shoulder a little bit more so that you're using your core. You're not really resting on your leg. You don't want to rest on your leg. Reach both arms towards the left. On your exhale, let's look down at our left foot. On your inhale, let's stand tall. Let's come back to that star pose. Okay, so now I'm pivoting my right foot towards the right side of the room. I'm going to bring a bend to my right knee. I'm going to reach my right forearm to my right thigh, start to tip over. And now my left arm is going to come past my ear, and both hands are reaching towards the right. This side angle pose. Again, try to open up that left shoulder. You want your chest to be nice and big. Breathe here. Make sure you're breathing. This practice doesn't work without the breath. On your exhale, look down at your right foot. On your inhale, let's stand tall. Open up your arms to that star pose. Okay, we got one more. So this time, pivot your left foot towards the left side. Bring a bend to your left knee. And then bring your hands to prayer to your chest. All right, so use this inhale. We're going to look up. On your exhale, we're going to twist. So we're going to hook our right elbow outside our left knee. It's okay if you can't get there. I want you to keep that prayer glued to your heart. So try and twist as much as you can, but keep that prayer right in the center of your heart. And then try to keep your gaze towards your left shoulder. So you're looking at your left shoulder. Nice deep bend in that left knee. On your exhale, let's look down at our left foot. When you're inhale, we're going to stand tall, come back to that star pose for just a second. And we're just going on the other side. So start to pivot that right foot, towards the right side. Bring your hands to prayer. Use your inhale, bend your knee. Use your inhale to look up. On your exhale, we're going to hook our left elbow outside our right knee. Okay, but try to keep that prayer glued to your heart. On your exhale, look down at that right foot. On your inhale, let's come back to that star pose. Reach those hands up. And then on your exhale, just step your feet together. Come back to the top of your mat. You can drop your hands, shake out your legs, whatever you need to do. Maybe grab a quick sip, whatever it is. Okay? We got a few more poses. How you guys feeling? Thumbs up, thumbs down, what's up? I love it. All right, so now, okay, you're gonna step your left foot back just like we just did, okay? Come back to face the wide edge. Okay, so again, all that heat that we've been building up, we're just gonna start to use this and get deeper into our hips. So bring your hands to that T, and we're just gonna fold forward. So we got wide legs here. We're gonna fold forward, bring our hands to our mat. Okay, stay low here, but just come up to your fingertips. Look up and lengthen your back. So bring your shoulder blades towards one another, looking up slightly. And then on your exhale, fold forward again. And bring your gaze between your legs. So you're looking between your legs. Make it feel good. Don't hold on to anything. Just kind of let yourself hang. Reach the crown of your head towards the mat. Once again, come up to your fingertips on that inhale. On your exhale, you can bring your hands to your hips. Use that inhale. We're going to stand tall. And on your exhale, bring your hands back to your hips if they did come off. So bring your hands back to your hips. Use your inhale. Let's look up. Open your chest. On your exhale, just start to fold forward. Keep your hands at your hips here. Bring your gaze between your legs. A little bit of a different stretch just off of our hand placement. Again, try to reach the crown of your head towards the mat. Use your inhale. We're going to stand really, really tall. Bring your arms to that T. Come back to that star pose. On your exhale, we're going to clasp our hands behind our back. So interlace your fingers behind your back here. Use your inhale. Let's look up. Open that chest. Roll your shoulders back. On your exhale, fold forward. Keep your hands clasped together with one another. Bring your gaze between your legs. Once again, use your inhale. We're going to stand nice and tall. Bring your arms to a T. Come back to that star pose. The last one, we're going to fold forward. As you fold forward, use your peace fingers. Right? So it's two fingers, your pointer finger, your middle finger. You create a bind around your big toes if you can. Use those peace fingers, create a bind around your big toes. Once you have that bind, use your inhale. Let's look up and lengthen. On your exhale, keep that bind, fold forward. So have wide legs here. It's okay to have a bend in your knee, but also try to kind of keep it out of it. You'll feel a different stretch. Use your inhale. Let's look up and lengthen. On your exhale, you can bring your hands to your hips. Inhale, we'll stand tall. Bring your arms to a T. Come back to that star pose. On your exhale, you can step your feet together. Bring your hands back to the center of your heart. Okay, so now we're going to go into a couple bounce poses. Okay, but before we just stand and bounce, we're going to go into this pyramid pose. Okay, so once again, let's step our left leg back. We're going to face the wide edge. Okay, but this time we're going to pivot all 10 toes towards the back, so towards the left side of the room. All 10 of my toes are towards the back. Okay, and we want our feet to somewhat be parallel, as if they were like train tracks. Okay, I'm going to take my hands. I'm going to create a prayer behind my back. If that doesn't serve you, you can grab opposite elbows. So either or here. So opposite elbows or create a prayer. Okay, once you have that prayer behind your back, okay, nice ground down through the soles of your feet. Use your inhale. We're going to look up. On your exhale, we're going to fold forward. You need to drop your hands to frame yourself. You can, but try to keep your hands behind that back. Let me see. This is our pyramid pose. Find strength, find balance here. Nice. So now use your inhale. Stand nice and tall. Try to keep your hands exactly how they are. Good. And then start to pivot your feet on your exhale. So you're going to face the complete opposite direction here. Nice. And then use that inhale. Let's open up our chest. On your exhale, just fold forward over your legs, coming into pyramid pose on the opposite side. Finding strength here. Draw your inner thighs together. That'll help you out a little bit more. Find that balance. breathe here. Make sure you're breathing. If you need a little bit more of a challenge, maybe you close your eyes. Once again, use your inhale, stand nice and tall. On your exhale, open your arms back up to a T, face the wide edge. And then just step your feet together. You can bring your hands to your chest, Stama CTE. Okay, so now, if you need to find a wall for these next couple of poses, you can, or just something that you can hold on to, that's fine. Okay, we're gonna balance here. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna ground down through the sole of our left foot. I'm gonna bring my right knee into my chest. Okay, so I'm balancing on my left leg. I got my right knee in my chest. From here, if it serves you, you can either bring your hands to your knee, or you can try to bring your hands to your right foot. So either to your knee or to your right foot. Okay, still balancing here. And then if you can, try to extend that right leg straight out. Press through your heel. We're just gonna be here for 5 breaths. See if you can sit up nice and tall here. All right, so totally fine if you want to keep that right knee in your chest. So from here, wherever you are, just open up that right hip to the right side of the room. If you can, reach that left hand to the left side. And then try to bring your gaze towards your left hand, left middle finger. Just meet yourself wherever you are, wherever you need to be. On your next inhale, let's bring our right leg back through the center. Try to hug your forehead to your knee if it serves you. Bring your hands to your hips, flex your right foot. Let's keep it up there for 5 more breaths. Still bouncing on that left leg. See if you can get your right leg a little bit higher. Press out through that right heel. Inhale, kick your leg up 1 more inch. On your exhale, bring it down, shake out your legs. We're gonna do the same thing on the opposite side. Okay, so start to inhale your left knee into your chest this time. Okay, and if it serves you, you can bring your hands to your knee, or you can try to grab your foot and then start to extend it straight out. Try to straighten out that standing leg. So you don't want to have a bend here. You want to have it nice and tall. Feel it in your butt, feel it in your glutes. And then on your next exhale, see if you can open up your left knee towards the left side of the room. Nice. Remember to use your breath here. Every movement has a breath. See if you can open up your right arm towards the right side. Bring that gaze towards your right middle finger. Inhale your left knee back through the center. Hug your forehead to your knee. On your exhale, bring your hands to your hips. Keep that left leg straight out. Press through that heel. See if you can lift that left leg up a little bit higher. Inhale, let's kick it up 1 more inch. Exhale, let's lower it down, shake it on out. So from here, I want you guys to just reach your hands high towards the sky. Gaze up. On your exhale, let's fold forward. On your inhale, I want you guys to look up and lengthen. Exhale, place both hands down on the mat and just start to bend into your knees. We're gonna sink our seat all the way down to the mat. We're just gonna come and sit down. And all that heat that you might have built up, all that energy, all that breath, we're gonna just start to close out practice here. So we're just gonna sit, bring your feet, the soles of your feet together, or if you'd like to place the sole of your right foot towards your left inner thigh, sole of your left foot towards your right inner thigh, so you're crossing your legs, whatever serves you. Try to find balance through your sit bones. Try to sit up nice and tall, pull your shoulders back, crown of your head is nice and long here. You can bring your hands to prayer, you can let them rest on your knees. But let's just sit here for 2 to 3 minutes and just be one with your breath. Take time for yourself. Show yourself gratitude for showing up. Kind of sit and be here. Feel your breath slowing down. Notice the sensations around your body, inside your body. Any thoughts start to creep in, just let them go. Come back to the breath. If you're struggling to stay grounded here, maybe bring your awareness to that upper lip. Actually feel your breath leaving your nostrils and hitting that upper lip. And just see how it's showing up. To bring your awareness back inside your body, let's just stretch our legs nice and long here. So we're stretching your legs nice and long. Just reach both hands high towards the sky. When you exhale, reach your hands towards your toes. Get a nice long stretch here. Feel it in your spine. Try to bring your forehead or your gaze towards your knees. Inhale, let's reach both hands high towards the sky. When you exhale, moving as slow as you can, just start to bring your back towards the mat, coming into that final resting pose, into Shavasana. So you let your back and your shoulders drop all the way down to the mat. And let your legs splay out, let your arms splay out to the sides. Take up as much space as you want. Close your eyes. And once again, let's just rest. Take this time for yourself. I know it's the weekend. You might have a busy day today. Take this time to reset, to recharge, rejuvenate. Just sit, surrender, and be. Slowly just start to bring your awareness back into your bodies. Start to wiggle your fingertips. Start to make circles with your wrists, your ankles, your toes. Make it feel good. Take a nice full inhale through the nose. And then if you are lying on your back, maybe reach your hands and feet in opposite directions. Taking a nice long full body stretch if you're just waking up in the morning. And start to bring your knees into your chest. Wrap your arms around your legs. Give yourself a nice tight squeeze. And then if you like, you can either finish out on your back or you can make your way to a nice seated meditation. And that's how we'll close out practice.
Thank you, everybody, for joining. I'm Dr. Copeland, founder of No Black Girl Left Behind. The Zoom call is going to end in like a few
Thank
seconds.
you guys so much. Have a great weekend. Hopefully we could do this again. Follow me on Instagram or anything at Hoops Yogi. I really appreciate you guys. Hope you guys feel good. Have a great, great day, great weekend.
Thank you, Bryce. See ya. Bye, everybody. Hope you guys enjoyed.